Hey guys, this is Haley, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about all of my chronic illnesses. I thought this video might be interesting for other people who struggle with a variety of chronic illnesses, or just for people who might be curious with what I struggle with. I'm just going to kind of go over the history of the different diagnoses I have and when I received that diagnosis. I'm not going to be explaining every illness in depth in this video. If you would like an in-depth video on the illness itself and how I struggle with it, I can make a separate video about that. So as you're watching along and you see a specific illness that you want to learn more about, or you just want to hear more about, go ahead and drop it in the comments down below and I will hopefully be able to film that one for you guys. I eventually would like to have a separate video for each of these, but there's quite a few of them, so it might take me a while. Tourette syndrome is a neurological disorder. This disorder presents itself in tics, which is involuntary sounds or movements that have been present for over 12 months to meet a diagnosis for Tourette syndrome. People with Tourette syndrome have a variety of different tics, and they also range in severity. I was diagnosed with Tourette syndrome at the age of 8 after having a variety of different vocal and motor tics. OCD stands for Obsessive Compulsive Disorder. This is a mental health condition that presents itself with obsessions and compulsions. Obsessions are unwanted thoughts or images that cause the individual deep distress. These obsessions are most likely followed by compulsions. A compulsion is a behavior that the person feels compelled to do to try and rid the distress of the obsession. I received my official OCD diagnosis when I was 10 years old. Generalized anxiety disorder, also known as GAD, is when the patient has persistent and excessive worry that starts to interfere with life activities. I was given my GAD diagnosis when I was 10. Panic disorder is basically unexpected and recurrent panic attacks. Panic attacks are sudden and intense fear that reaches its peak within minutes. It also has multiple physical and mental symptoms that go along with the attack, such as pounding heart, sensation of shortness of breath, shaking, nausea, feeling dizzy, and the list goes on. I was diagnosed with panic disorder with agoraphobia at the age of 10. Major depressive disorder is a persistent depressed mood along with lack of interest in activities. These also must significantly impact your life activities. I don't remember the exact year I was diagnosed with major depressive disorder, but I do know that I was around 18 years of age. ADHD stands for Attention Deficit Hyperactivity Disorder. It is characterized by persistent, inattentive, and/or hyperactivity that interferes with functioning or development. I was diagnosed with ADHD combined presentation officially when I was 20 years old. Auditory processing disorder is when an individual doesn't recognize the differences between sounds or words. Their hearing can be perfectly fine, but their brain just struggles to process that information. They also struggle a lot filtering out background noise. This can cause them to struggle understanding people, especially in classrooms and social settings. Gastroparesis, also known as delayed stomach emptying, is a condition that affects the muscles of the stomach and prevents proper emptying. This condition can vary from very mild to very severe and paralyzed stomachs. I personally struggle with a very mild case of gastroparesis. I was diagnosed with gastroparesis when I was 19 years old. POTS stands for Postural Orthostatic Tachycardia syndrome, which is a form of dysautonomia. People with forms of dysautonomia struggle regulating their autonomic system. People with POTS struggle with orthostatic intolerance that causes excessive tachycardia and other symptoms upon standing. I received my POTS diagnosis when I was 20 years old. So that's basically it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed learning just a little bit about each one of my diagnoses. Like I mentioned earlier, I would love to make a video for each one of these diagnoses. However, it will probably take a lot of time, so if you guys want to see a specific video first, be sure to leave a comment down below. Also, if you guys feel comfortable, go ahead and leave a comment down below if you struggle with one of the same illnesses I do. So I hope this was somewhat informative, and that was all of my diagnoses for 2017. Hopefully I don't gain any more over the years, but you never know. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys very soon on a new video. Bye!